What's up, guys? Welcome to the Isn't It Crazy podcast. If you're listening on Spotify and want to see what Dantrell looks like in real life, go on YouTube and check out the video itself. Same podcast, just video, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
He came back. You could check out his last podcast that he was on here. What did we even talk about? We talked about love stories, and
love movies. We talked about a lot of things, like the whole Lvad thing had that happen.
Yeah,
a lot.
Yeah.
And then it just like did a twist to like romance movies, and yeah.
It was fun, man. I had to get you back. I knew you were gonna come back.
Same.
Like when we did it the first time, I was like, "Oh, he's definitely gonna come back a couple of times."
For sure. Thank you for having me once again.
Oh, no problem. So, what has changed since last time you were here?
A
couple interesting things.
Yeah, definitely a couple. Apparently, I went viral on TikTok due to my heart condition, and honestly, like I feel like that's not something that's quite normal to go viral for, but everything been happening so fast, so I've been like in backtracked. A lot of stuff is going on, like a lot.
Oh wow,
like a lot. Like I've been working with the American Heart Association, all these videos for TikTok. Now I'm able to work with like Coca-Cola if they reach out to me, something like that. I have dreams of working with them, like some type of drink, but do
they do that stuff like
on TikTok?
No, Coca-Cola. Do they do like?
To be honest, I don't even know because they got to be like a Diet Coke or something. Because all that salt and sugar, I can't have that. But that's pretty much been it. A lot of stuff. Like I haven't been sleeping a lot lately, but it comes with certain things,
Yeah. I remember seeing this documentary with Steve Aoki, the DJ.
I don't think I know who that is.
He's like this famous DJ, right? And they just follow him from like show to show. And you would think like famous people that are rich and stuff like that, they get a lot of sleep. And it's pretty much the opposite. Like homeboy's getting 2 hours of sleep in the private jet and then back at it. Yeah, which is insane. Like
it's kind of like that. I don't even drink coffee, but now I've got to the point where I got to drink coffee now. So it's
dude, I love coffee. That's like it's like an addiction at this point.
Same. This is like for my fiance Maria. That's all she do. So I've gotten like she's the reason that I downloaded TikTok. Because if it wasn't for her, I despise TikTok at that point. At a point in time, like why do I want to watch this? Because she would be on her phone all night watching this stuff. I'm like, come to bed. So she told me one day, download TikTok, try it. So everything happened so fast. Like I said, like I just downloaded it. I said, you know what? I'm gonna upload a video of what my heart sounds like. Because it's not a heartbeat. It's that machine that sounds like
it's
some
pumping.
People said like a rock band, a video game, a printer. I've heard it all. So
fax and shit.
Yeah, like it just the weirdest things. So when I uploaded it, I thought nothing of it. And she told me to use certain hashtags. I'm like, okay, whatever.
Like
she knows this. She's like the TikTok guru. So I tried it and millions of views. So then like in the course of like 2 days, I had like 10,000 followers. I'm like, holy shit, like it's happening. So every day,
audience,
it was like 1,000, 2,000, 3,000. So I'm like, whoa.
Your phone's just ringing off.
Yeah, nonstop. And she would make me turn it off, and then it went to 100,000. I'm like, you know what? Okay, this is it. Like, I didn't expect it to happen this quick, but it happened. So now I can't like turn back now, So I did this thing called cyborg life. It's kind of like, I don't know how to explain it. Like a lot of people, when I uploaded it, and I say cyborg life, they're like, you're not a real cyborg.
Cyborg life.
Yeah. It's kind of like, since I got a machine in my chest, you don't hear a heartbeat. So it's like, what's fascinating about this? What can I do with this? You know what I'm saying? So one of them's like, you don't hear a heartbeat, you hear a machine. And I was seeing like people with millions of followers doing this, like just with their regular heartbeat.
Other like
no, just a regular heartbeat.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and people would tag me in it like Lvad dad. I'm like, okay, like I would have liked the shout out, but it is what it is. But since then, like cyborg life has taken off. So now like people has like changed their name to like Cyborg Life or Cyborg's Minion. Just like part. It's like a family thing now. So
it's like I would say like a brand. You
so
came up with that quick too.
Yeah,
you were
like,
just like fuck it.
Cyborg Life, like to me, because I was gonna say like Iron Man life, but I don't want to Iron Man, because the whole heart and chest thing. So I'm like, no, I got to do something different.
Part cyborg,
and I was like,
human.
I went bald. So if you guys, look at the other podcast that we did, I had hair. It was nappy, but I had hair. Now I'm bald. It just grew back. I didn't feel like going bald again today, but so they was like, you look like Cyborg from Teen Titans. I was like, huh. It's like, I got it.
You
Cyborg
sound
life.
like him too.
Yeah,
Little,
like
yeah.
Cyborg life, and it just ran with it and it took off. And I was like, okay.
People will say the weirdest shit in comments.
Yeah, dude, just they don't even want to start. The people wish death upon me. Like,
oh really?
Yeah, like I had like an older guy say like, what did he say? Another one's gonna bite the dust soon.
Wow.
And for me, I can't. I'm a nice guy. Everybody knows.
Yeah.
I'm a nice guy. I don't even swear that much. But I wanted to comment, but I can't comment because that makes me look like a bad guy. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to say nothing that's really harmful.
Rightly so though.
Yeah.
Like if somebody's like some shit comment like that, I'd be like,
yeah.
Oh, dude, I'm petty like that. Like I'll just come back at them.
Yeah.
But I get that like people see it a different way.
Yeah, like they definitely see like if you blow up or something, they're like, oh, this is what he said about this person. He's a bad guy. Like try to throw everything against you. So not only that, people was like, I'm mad that he survived. Like I get this,
dude. Pieces of shit.
People tell me like I can kill you by throwing an EMP at you, and I'm just like,
really?
That one was funny. That one was funny. I ain't gonna lie. That one was funny.
Was this Modern Warfare 2?
Yeah, that's all. Like that one was funny. So I get it all. Like, and I read every comment, but I just can't comment to certain things. Like if it's positive, of course I'm gonna follow you. Respond back with it. If it's mostly like 97% negative comments. Like
no way.
I kid you not.
I would think it's the other way around. Like, hey man, I love your story.
I get that in like through the inbox or that DM me on Instagram or something like that. But when I go live, that's where all the love comes in. Like all the love. Like I be singing Mexican songs and everybody knows I'm like dark as ever. I'm like dark as 11:59 p.m. So it's like it's dope. It's dope.
Were you wearing you
can say
like a pot leaf thing?
Yeah.
Was it? No, I was trying to remember what I saw.
Yeah, that was originally
that was originally a pot leaf costume.
That originally was gonna be my Halloween costume. Like since I can't smoke because of the heart transplant thing. So I'm like, since I can't get high, I might as well be high. Yeah. So I went and ordered a marijuana costume and I put it on and Maria hates it. She hates it. So when I was dancing, everybody's like, oh, okay, I see this dude. I like it. So, they would respond or whatever. So I'm like, this is what I want to be for Halloween. But they're like, no, we want you to be Cyborg from Teen Titans. So I'm like, I might make that. I might make that possible just for them.
Dude, you can wear 1 week than the rest.
Exactly.
Halloween's like a whole month now.
Yeah.
Spooky season.
Yeah.
There you go.
It's like, that. So that was fun. Like I do that maybe like, I've done it maybe twice.
Yeah.
And it has like blown up every time. You know what I'm saying? I guess that's what people like to see.
Yeah, that's what caught my attention too. I was just like, because I like, there's a lot of things that I do.
Yeah.
Just like work or I'm out with my friends or whatever. So sometimes I'll just check TikTok.
Yeah.
Like when I get a little downtime. And I saw that and I was like, I like double check. I was like, is he wearing a pot leaf costume?
Yeah. Right, they can't say I don't love him. I love you guys. Can't say I don't love you.
Dude, that's hilarious.
Yes, it's been a rough road, but it's fun at the same time.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like you have a very interesting story.
Yeah.
And like you said, like maybe it's not the thing that goes viral, but it's a rare thing. You know? Like you're the only person I know that has this condition.
Yeah, and it's crazy because when I did that, like there was other people on TikTok who also does the same thing.
I saw that. Weren't they changing how fast they could change their chargers or something?
So how it started, like this person, his name is the John Sani. So shout out to him. He was always doing it, before I even made a TikTok.
Yeah.
And I never seen his page. So I made a TikTok and I just decided Cyborg life, like let's do a battery change. So I did the little effects of like reloading from Call of Duty. And then this somebody who I also know, this cool guy named Cruise Ship.
Yeah.
He responds to the video. He drops his battery so smoothly and just put it back in. So I'm like, okay, a challenge.
Oh,
so then
creative
the John Sani comes out and challenges both of us. I'm like, I can't, like, I'm in my prime of like rising up. I can't let you beat me.
Yeah.
So, just came up with ideas for like dual mags. That wasn't even my idea. That was Maria's brother's idea.
The one where you tape both of them and then
just flip them. So it turned into a big thing. So then they started going to restaurants, ordering batteries. They went to Foot Locker. One of them went to Foot Locker and was like, can I get what did he ask for? 18V? And that's the name, like the size of the battery or whatever. And the dude's like, I think we got one left. And he gave him a shoebox and he opened it and it's a battery. So I'm like, dude, you won this round. That was dope because I can't go anywhere that much. So it's turned into a big thing. So to see that, I'm kind of bringing awareness and getting everybody out of their shell. Because like I said, you rarely see stuff like that. Or, so a lot of people was like, swearing that they were gonna expose me and saying that I'm fake. They're like,
what?
It's fake. Put the phone to your chest right now. Let's hear your heart is fake. So at that point, you guys remember the last podcast? I said I want to be a stripper at one point. Be careful what you wish for, because I take off my shirt at least 40 times on a live stream. People, you've seen it. People have seen it. I'm just shirtless, you know. And it's just like, if I put my shirt back on, I gotta take it right back off because another 20 people come and want to hear it. So it's like, it's kind of like a stripper life. Like it's multiple lives.
Dude, you're starting OnlyFans right there.
Yeah, at this point, I might as well.
I'll manage it.
Bet, say no more. So it's been crazy.
You want to see some batteries without the casing? What's up?
Exactly. Take my shirt off and see a big scar. What you want to do? It look like a tapeworm, but you know, $5 a month, maybe $10 a month. I ain't gonna lowball myself. $10 a month.
With the internet, you'll find people that will pay the money.
Yeah,
you'll find anything. Yeah, anywhere, you know what I mean?
Yeah, somebody paid me to do push-ups on live, like, because
how much?
I can't
like $10.
I can't. $100? I can't. You know, I can't get into like specific details.
I would drop down a whole menu and be like, 10 for push-ups, 20 for squats.
Yeah, like I can't really get into details because of certain things. But you know,
like 100,000 if you want to see me smoke.
Yeah, so it's like they was like, do 10 push-ups. I was like, that's it, 10?
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, big guy, do make it 20. So at that point, I'm like, fuck. Like, you know, like, I don't know if I could do 20. I haven't done push-ups in like 2 years, you know? So
yeah,
I do the push-ups and they're sending donations. And my fiance is like, babe, you're not doing them right. I'm like, leave me alone. I'm doing them right. So I get up. It's like, I only counted 10. I'm like, no. Someone's like, I counted 1. I'm like, now you trying to get me to do more. So it's turned into a fun thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I never asked for nobody to send me money, you know? It's just like I tell people, like there's 9-year-olds sending me money. And it kind of like tweaks me out of times. I'm like, whose credit card are they using? You know, their moms, their dads.
Yeah.
You know, so, and then they just randomly send every day. So I'm like, yo, I feel bad. You know, so I tell them, like, don't send me money, you know, unless you're like old enough to do it and it comes from the heart, or you get permission from your mom. Or you can
afford it, yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And I don't beg people to send me money, but, you know, it's just like the love that they show me. And I'm just like, you know.
I mean, you can't give it back. So you might as well keep it, you know? Like,
yeah, but at that point, you know, like, I think it's because like certain people on TikTok I see that's more famous than me. They don't respond to nobody, and I'm like, I'm not nobody special. I'm not Kanye West or you know, Beyonce or Jay-Z. I respond to everybody I see on the live. At one point I had like 700 people on my live. Yeah, I was responding to everybody.
Just a little, like going down the list. Like, hey, you said this. Yeah.
At one point, I got blocked from commenting because I would comment to every single person that said something nice about me. So comment. I got blocked from commenting for like 3 days. You know, so it's. I don't think I'm famous enough.
Do you think it gets to the point where there's so many people on those, like the people who are famous, that it's just impossible to even reply?
It's definitely possible to reply. You can have. Yeah, you can have.
They just don't do any at all, like nothing.
I'm pretty sure they check their notifications. They're on their phone all day. They're making money from their phones. They gotta be on their phones. Yeah, they gotta be reading some comments, even the nice comments. Like I said, the mean comments, I understand why you don't comment. Yeah, but like good comments, sometimes they reply, but they rarely reply. I try to reply to everybody. Yeah, you know, I'm not, like I said, if I get 1 million followers tomorrow, I'm still gonna respond to every nice comment I can.
Well, how many followers do you have now?
126,000.
It's a lot of people, dude.
Yeah.
Dude, that's like 2 stadiums full of people just watching what you're doing.
That's the way I look at it. Like, even at 10,000, I'm like, yo, like, it's like me performing at a rap show, you know? So 100,000, I'm like, all for me, you know? Like, it's still unreal to me.
The community came out, you know? Like, that's the, I think that was the allure of TikTok, was that you can get a shit ton of followers and people just from these videos, like, that you make. Yeah. And like, it's better when you have a great story like yours. It just kind of like, it's a snowball effect. Like, one person sees it, then you get to 120,000.
Yeah. So like I said, like, it's a lot of people that thought I was fake for like 2 weeks.
That's insane. And I thought you would get like comments like, oh, like I hope you're feeling great or something, like positive shit all the time.
Don't get me wrong. I get those too. Yeah. But it's like those people who like, you're fake. People who think that he's actually a robot cap. I respond to those kind of. I never said I was a robot. Yeah. You know, I just said cyborg life, and I tell them, like, there's a video where I explained the whole cyborg life thing, and they go watch it. And they're like, oh, I apologize. And I'm like, I'm not mad at you. You know, like you didn't know, you know, just like I never knew that the Lvad existed, you know, until I had to get one. So tell them I'm not mad at you. And then they become fans. And then like we just vibe out all the time on our live streams or on videos, you know. So and then like they also converted to YouTube like so quickly. Like,
oh, so they just went over to well, I saw that you were doing the like tune into my YouTube because I'm gonna tell you guys a story.
Yes.
You had your popcorn and everything. Yeah, and I was like,
dude, that went crazy.
Like, I like how fast you took like control of it. I would say like you thought quick and you're like, all right, how can I get them to my YouTube?
Yeah.
How can I like brand it into something like Cyborg Life?
Yeah.
Which is like, that's something a lot of brands want, you know, like a catchphrase. Yeah. Something that's going to tie everybody together.
It's great. And the way that happened, because everybody was requesting a story time on my live. They're like, story time. So like, I can't, TikTok only allows you to do maybe like 60 seconds. So I'm like, I don't want to make 100 videos.
Like part 1.
All the way to 100. That's what Cyborg Life is for, you know?
Yeah.
So I'm like, I'm going to make a YouTube video for you guys and you guys can check it out. I try to answer as much as I can, you know? And like I said, I went from like 200 subscribers to maybe like, I think at like 1.28K in like a course of like 3 days.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, holy shit. You know, and my like everything just went crazy. Like I was getting thousands of views and I'm just like, okay, like I was stuck at a couple hundred. And you know, like it's just like to see that these people actually care what I gotta say and want to hear my story. Like that's the whole reason why I made a YouTube with TikTok, all that stuff. And to see that it's paying off. It's like, you know, this is something I want to continue to do, you know. So it's
well, I mean, it pays off because you've been putting in the work. Yeah. You know, I don't know if it was you made a status on Facebook or something, but you said like sometimes I feel like people think I'm just on my phone bullshitting. Yeah. When I'm looking at how to make my videos better and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And it was just like, that's true. Because some people think like, oh, like you're just fucking around, you know? Like, you're just, what are you doing? And it's like, no, I'm trying to make this work.
That's like one of my friends, like for example, he wanted to make beats.
Yeah.
And I was like, yo, do it. If you want to do it, do it. He's like, I don't know how to do it. I'm like, bro, YouTube. There's YouTube for everything.
Yeah, this is the best time to be alive.
Now he make beats and he does good with his beats. He even remixed. Like, he made a beat out of the sound of my machine in my heart.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and I'm like, so many people want to do it. I'm like, I want him to do it.
Yeah,
he did it, so I'm like, yo, that is fire.
Support your own.
Yeah, so I'm like, it's fire. So, like, when I'm on my phone most of the time, that's all I'm doing. Like, how can I be better? How can I make myself better? You know what I'm saying? So, it's like, sometimes, even with Maria, she do, like, her podcast thing. Like, she got a whole agenda board now. I wake up one day, she got agenda boards. I'm like, yo, like, this is fucking amazing. Like, it's just like I said, like you get ideas when you're not thinking that much. You know what I'm saying? So when she came in with the agenda board, I'm like, why the hell? And I had a podcast, I didn't think of that. You know what I'm saying? Like it was just crazy. So
it's podcast is, I don't know. I think the best type of podcast is when you just get somebody in and start talking to them.
Yeah.
You know, because podcasts to me, the best ones I listen to feel like a conversation. Yes. And I'm just kind of sitting in that room. And that's why guests to me is so important. I can't always get them in.
Yeah.
Granted, some of that is my fault. Like, I wake up hungover, on Sunday or whatever.
Yeah, I was supposed to.
I know, dude. I woke up so hungover that day. I felt like shit the whole day. I was like, I want to be there. You know, I don't want to be thinking
like looking droopy on camera.
Yeah, like all dried out and shit. So I was like, I can't. I would think it would be like disrespectful to anybody who comes in here, and I'm not giving you 100%.
Yeah.
So like, for her to have like a gender thing, like genre, kind of thing, is so important because when you're alone, it's way harder. Because I could let you talk, and just listen to the story, and I'll be entertained. That's why it's important to invite people who are interesting and you want to hear from.
Right.
You know, you don't want to invite somebody and be like, fuck this guy. Like, he's so fucking boring. So it's just like, when you're alone, there's nothing to bounce off of. You're just like, what am I going to say? What am I going to do? And that's actually a great idea.
For her, she was saying like, it's harder to do it solo. She's like, Rudy, you know, I see why he have guests. It's way harder to do it by yourself. And a lot of people just like think it's easy. Sometimes it's not, you know what I'm saying? And she like I'll be telling her like, y'all got the potential to do this. Like, this is something y'all suitable for, you know?
Yeah.
You have like a great talking voice, great topics. Maria, she's like, sometimes she like try to doubt herself, and I'm like, no, you're not. You're Mexican. I'm Mexican.
Yeah.
I'm like, you don't even know that all the stuff that you can do. You know what I'm saying? And she just so great talking on camera. I think she's still like kind of camera shy, but she got this. She got this. Like,
I feel like the more she does it, the more her confidence is gonna grow.
Yeah.
And then she'll become who she is, which is pretty good. I mean, I saw you and her when she was talking about her grandma or grandpa.
Yeah.
One of them passed away, right?
Yeah, grandpa.
Before that, because I was like, that's when I was like, wow, like you want to get that emotion, and you were just like, all right, this show's over. I just want to hug you.
I was so like
emotional.
Lost. Like I didn't know what to do, and I just like, cause I didn't expect her to cry, but I knew when she said grandpa, I heard it in her voice, and I'm just like
that quiver,
like yeah, and I'm just like, oh God. So I didn't have no tissues, and I'm just like, we're gonna cut it, She's like, no, I'm like, no, we gotta cut it.
Yeah,
we just gotta cut it.
I mean, the whole podcast, she was doing great.
Yeah,
she was like charismatic. And, and her ideas were like really great, well thought out. And for her to be like, I want to do the podcast, I was like, yeah, you could fucking do it.
And then I was saying about the appointments for my heart transplant.
This reminded you of that.
The mic. So I had to do a series of tests, like 10 tests maybe that day.
Mm-hmm.
So from like 7 in the morning to like 4, I was at the hospital. So at 8 in the morning, they take 16 tubes of blood out of me. I didn't eat nothing, drink nothing. So I'm struggling, I'm struggling. They had to stick me 3 times to fill up all the tubes because, like I said, I didn't drink no water.
Why so much blood?
I don't know. Because I guess the blood for like so many different tests. So they wouldn't get enough.
Selling it to vampires? What the fuck is this?
So that's the same thing I thought. So I was mad. And then at the end of the test, I had to get poked in the artery. And the guy, he missed the artery and poked the vein again. And he was drawing blood from the vein. He's like, halfway through, he's like, nah, I missed it. That's a vein. So poke me again in the artery. This time he gets it. So I'm feeling it a little off, from that, It's like, all right, let's just get this over with.
Yeah.
I thought I was only going to have to do like one breathing test. They put this tube in your mouth and you got to like blow on it. And that sounds so weird. But
you would think they spread this shit out.
It gets even more weird. And so the first test, he's like, you want to bring your fiance? I'm like, yeah. So I go get Maria so she can see it, record some footage for YouTube.
Yeah.
So once again, I love you guys. So I had the tube in my mouth. And he was like, once you blow, you're going to take oxygen from the oxygen machine or the oxygen tank, and you're going to blow all that out.
Okay.
So I blow out, I'm already out of breath. I got to use from my stomach, So I take from the oxygen tank, and then all I remember is like, I was out. Like, I don't remember falling asleep or nothing. I woke up like my head was down and he's helping me up.
Oh, wow.
So I'm like, I'm smiling, I'm laughing because everybody know I smile all day. Yeah. So I'm smiling and he's like, why are you smiling? I'm like, did I just take a nap? And Maria's like, babe, you okay? So I'm like, what are you talking about? I'm like, I thought I did a good job. Yeah. So he's like, get him some water. So I drink water.
Oh, wow. They were worried.
Yeah. And they sit me down. He's like, did you know you just passed out? So I look at the little cage I was in basically. And I see like stuff broken. I'm like, did I break that? She's like, yeah. So she's like, let's get the hell out of here before they try to charge us. Yeah. So she's like, let's get out of here before they try to charge us. Uh-huh. I'm still smiling. So we get out and that was that. So I asked her like, how did I pass out exactly? She's like, dude, you had the tube in your mouth and it looked like that, like,
yeah.
Like, I don't even want to say it, but.
You can say it. It's okay.
It looked like I had a dick in my mouth, basically. So I'm just like, no, don't tell nobody else that, so.
You had a medical dick in your mouth.
and that was that. And the way she did it, so like she was rolling her ass to the back of her head, like, so I'm like, I really look like that.
You went in.
Yes, I'm like, don't ever say that to nobody.
Now you said it to everybody.
It is what it is now. If anybody make jokes, whatever.
Dude, if they'll make jokes about your,
like
on TikTok, they'll make jokes about anything.
Yeah, so it was crazy. So since then, like, it's still a couple stuff I got to do and maybe like 2 more tests. And then hopefully if I'm good enough, I can get on the transplant list. I even had to see a psychologist.
What the fuck?
Yeah, to see if my brain was able to handle a heart transplant. And he's like,
yeah.
So how are you? And this why I kind of like start bragging a little bit. It's like, I sat up, like I became a sensation. Yeah. It's like, really?
Oh, wow.
So there's like 2 people he's training. So it's 3 of them in the room with me.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah. So I start talking about myself on TikTok and everything. He's like,
yeah.
How would you feel about maybe doing a Zoom with Jesse White, Jesse White? So I said,
shit.
You want my email? Here you go. So he take my email and he's like, he has a lot to do with like transplants and donors and stuff like that. So I'm down.
He's the head of the DMV, no?
Yeah. So I'm like, I'm definitely down for that. So it kind of like opened more confidence for me, So I'm like, yeah.
Dude, one thing I thought when I saw like your following on TikTok was like, I hope this for some weird reason gets them that fucking heart.
Yeah.
Just somebody out there who for some things don't happen just to happen.
Yeah.
They happen for a reason. And maybe somebody, some doctor, some like Jesse White kind of guy.
Yeah.
Needs to see what's there and then help you somehow.
Yeah.
And that's what I was thinking. I'm like, I hope the reward of it all is just a heart.
You know what's crazy? Maria, because I was saying about the American Heart Association, they sent me a shirt, so thank you to them for sending me a shirt. And
that's cool. Yeah, they put you on their TikTok now.
Yeah, so I'm gonna frame that shirt. I was gonna wear it to them. I'm like, nah, this is vintage. I gotta frame this.
That'd be dope. Yeah.
So they put me on their TikTok, and when I seen that, I'm like, yo, we donate to the American Heart Association every month.
Yeah.
So to see me on their TikTok is amazing. So it kind of like opened more opportunities for me. So I got a lot of stuff in store. I can't really give away all the juicy details,
Just
but
let it. I mean,
I got some
do
stuff.
what you got to do. Do what you got to do. We'll be watching.
Yeah, definitely. The YouTube is. I'm definitely finna. Like I said, like the vlog. I started that because I wanted to incorporate like more of the dad part of Lvad dad instead of most of my videos are like Lvad videos for new patients or whatever. So I'm like, let me incorporate some dad part into it, like vlogging of the life. Like,
just
what do I do?
Life.
Yeah, like what do I do? And you know what I'm saying? Like, that's why you see me like vlogging here, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like just I don't know, I wanted to incorporate more, like get people more into it, like because it's not just like, oh, he's dying, let's just watch him until he die. Like
yeah.
I feel like I'm gonna be a time like 102 maybe. So
yeah, I don't think you're gonna die, dude.
Yeah, like
your outlook in life.
Yeah, it's
who you are. It's just not a person who's giving up,
I think like when you depressed and stuff like that, like all the time,
it gets worse.
It gets worse. Yeah. And it takes a lot of energy. That was a point where I was depressed after surgery. I had all like 40 cords. I couldn't turn. I had tubes stuck in my neck. I got to go through that again the day after my birthday, actually. And sometimes when I hear stuff like that, like when they called me the other day saying like, oh, we got to stick a tube in your neck again. I'm not looking forward to that. But, at the end of the day, like there's a light at the end of the tunnel.
Yeah.
So stuff you go through warrior, you know what I'm saying? Lvad warrior, cyborg life, it happens. You got to keep maintenance. So it's
insane that who you are
is
keeping you alive.
Yeah.
Or at least making things better. The body is pretty resilient. Like we're made not to die. Like that's the main goal. Like if we can't die, well, okay, so evolution works when you die. If you can't be immortal, you got to pass your genetics somehow. So that's why you make kids. If you were immortal, we wouldn't make kids at all, right?
Right.
Because evolution says like it's just trying to survive. The cell is just trying to keep it going. So the body will try to stay alive. Like that's why you get anxiety and fear.
Yeah.
Because that's your way of saying like your body's like, oh, I'm not trying to die, so let's keep you safe. But like those add-ons, who you are, your outlook in life, like that go-getter kind of like personality that you have.
Yeah.
That shit's helping.
Yeah. And I be telling people, I try to talk to people like have conversations with like people who, like you said, like think like that.
Yeah.
And sometimes we have conversations and I be telling them like, look, like if you think about it, we kind of like got superpowers, like if we cut ourselves, a couple days we heal. It's not instant, but we still heal. So it's like, we still heal, like a big scar, sometimes it go away, sometimes it don't with time, but you still heal, the body heals, so that type of stuff. And like I said,
you regenerate. You regenerate. Yeah.
The whole like being, you got to be happy. Like you got to look at the good part of life. Once you start thinking bad, your mind goes crazy. Like I got to go through heart surgery, like 2 transplants now.
Jesus.
Yeah. So this is just the first one cut open. I got to get cut open 2 more times. So, for somebody who's like not me, they'd be like, oh,
why 2?
Life. So apparently I was told that a heart transplant, new heart only lasts like 25 years.
Okay.
So with this, I can get maybe 10, 15 years. And if I'd be like, what, 40, 35 at that time when I get a heart transplant. If I wait that long. So then I'll be 50 or 55 something.
75.
Yeah. So and then once the second heart come, like after that, that's it. But it is what it is.
Why do they last just 25?
I think it's because like something like your body try to reject it because it's not yours.
Yeah.
But you forcing it to take it, like you can only force it for so long.
Before it's like, no, dude, we're not doing this
for so long. And especially if you miss your medicine, you got a problem on your hands.
That's crazy because you would think the body would be like, okay, the one I had didn't work.
Yeah.
So the new one they're going to give me is like an upgrade.
Yeah.
So why would it reject it?
That's what I'm saying. And it's crazy because like they want it to be so perfect for you.
Like, well, it has to be like a perfect match.
Yeah.
Right?
And then it still try to fight it off. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's
like even like you're trying to trick this system into thinking that's part of it. And it's like, nah, we know it's not.
So it's like.
But so I heard this thing that says like sometimes people get transplants and they start remembering things like you said about the Juice WRLD thing. Like, what if you got Juice WRLD's heart?
Yeah.
Like, does that ever cross your mind? Like you're like getting somebody's heart, somebody's beating heart. They say a lot of this thing where like they say like trust your heart, follow your heart. Do you think that would change you if that actually happened?
I think so, because
would you want it to?
Honestly, like
that's weird, right?
Like honestly, like you said, like feel like see what or memories of what they did, like like say like if somebody just recently has sex in the hospital for some odd reason and they pass away. I don't even remember them having sex, in my head. Like, I wouldn't want to, like, see that.
Why'd you be a gay guy?
I wouldn't want to see that, like, nobody having sex in my head, So it's just like, I just don't want to see that. But I think that knowing that you got somebody else's heart inside you definitely changes you. And I think it's going to change me a little bit. But like I said, I smiled the day of surgery. I'm going to smile the day going back into surgery, smile coming out of surgery.
And we'll all be smiling just watching you go through it, man.
So there's some people that, like, get a transplant and pass away 3 months after.
Yeah.
And so it's because it's like I said, like fights is only so much fight that your body can do. And it's different for everybody. For me, like there's some people who spend 3 months in the hospital after the Lvad. I was out in like 3 weeks, so it's kind of like I'm getting up, like telling myself like, I'm finna walk. I ain't no quitter, and I'm gonna force my body to do as much as it can, so once I did that, I was out. I told them like, I'm going home. They're like, oh, we don't see you going home till like the end of January. Beginning of January, I'm out of here. And I was out December 31st. I was out,
right before New Year's.
Yeah, I went home, just rest. I was like, I told you. I was telling the people in my head, like, I told you.
This was 2019?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm like,
so not 2020.
No. Yeah, this Christmas, I'm at home. Okay, I'm at home. I'm not missing this
last Christmas you weren't at home.
Yeah, I was at the hospital.
Damn. And then you got hit with the whole Corona thing?
Yeah.
Jesus.
Like I said, like, it doesn't really bother me because I'm not a club type person. I'm not like one of those people.
Are you an outside person? Just sometimes you couldn't even go out.
Like,
you know what I mean? Like
there's
anywhere.
Like certain people I got to be around to be hanging around like outside. Once you get like a big group of like 20, 30, I'll see you tomorrow. I'm going in the house. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause you never know what people got. Like they might have just got the virus and passed it on to you, and they don't even know that they got it. So I can't be around certain people. But it's now I'm in the house. I've always been in the house or like to be in the house a lot. Like if I'm not going out with Maria or the baby or something, it's just like, let's just stay in the house. I want to work on my craft. I want to work. I want to learn something new. So I'm on YouTube on my phone all day. She's like, what are you watching? Oh, I'm just learning something. She's like, what are you buying? Oh, nothing. So it's like, she asked me this morning. I was on my phone at 7 a.m, looking at new videos of vlogging equipment. She's like, she lays next to me. She's like, what are you doing? So she's like, sleep. And I'm like, oh, nothing. So I turn the volume down so she can hear what what it says to buy on Amazon. So she's like, what is that? I'm like, oh, nothing. So I've been trying to work not to spend money.
What vlogs do you watch?
Timothy Delgado. That's probably the only one that I watch. He's
Mexican?
wilding out. The Korean. I think he's 8 or Philippine.
Yeah.
And his vlogs are like so dope because
his name is Timothy.
Yeah, Timothy Delgado.
Yeah, he's short. He's got the dimples every time he smiles. Yeah.
So
wears those beanies.
Yeah. So that's probably the only person I watch. Like she watches the H Family.
My girl does too.
I can't get into them, because it's kind of like this Timothy. Like you see him going out having fun. He going to karaoke and he highlights certain vlogs or certain moments of the vlog, and it's like I want to see that. You know what I'm saying? So I watch him all the time, and that's like I said, me the whole Lvad thing. Like they see the Lvad, but where's the dad part at? You know, so Maria was like, I think you should incorporate that. And, you know, and she's like the brain of the operation.
Yeah.
You know, I'm just like the cyborg. I just do what she recommends. You know, like little robots. So
it's a good brain to have.
Yeah, she's like, it's a good team. You know, because she come up with ideas like that even I don't think of, like the cyborg life. I took a break from doing that and on TikTok, and my views started going down like a little bit. And she was like, bring the cyborg life back. People want to see that. I brought it back 80K views in like 24 hours. Jesus so I'm just like, Christ. Okay, you know, so
I keep thinking that's a stadium for some reason.
Like so like when you think about like in real life, like
because so there's this documentary on HBO called Maradona, which is the soccer player. And when they signed him to Napoli, which is in Italy, they did this like homecoming parade, and they took him to the stadium where the fans were waiting for him because he was like the biggest thing back in this day. And they said there's 80,000 people in this stadium, and it was just a fucking sea of people. Yeah. So for you to say I just got 80,000 views on a video, it's like that's how many people have sat there on their phone and watched you, which is great. I mean, like, it's just get that story out and tell people who you are.
Still unbelievable. I'm still like every day I'm still in shock. I haven't accepted the fact that I'm like a sensation now. I haven't accepted that fact yet. It's like,
well, I mean, I feel like once that's over and you get in that groove, you know, it's just gonna keep coming.
Yeah. So now I'm working hard to like give me like a YouTube plaque. You know, it's one of the goals that I want to get.
Yeah.
You know, and they say like
hanging up on the
you know, like those, just need like a for the silver it's like 100,000 subscribers.
So the gold is 1 million.
I think the red diamond is like 1 million or something like that. And then there's another one that's like 10 million.
Hey, did you see PewDiePie's?
No, I don't watch him.
Well,
I know who that is though.
No, it was just a plaque they made. They're just like a bunch of videos. I don't watch them either because I feel like it's just like for little kids. It's PewDiePie. I watched one video actually, and it was just him screaming into his computer, and I was like, okay, I'm not gonna do that. But homeboy has like 100 million followers or some shit like that. Yeah. So YouTube made him like a handcrafted black diamond, like to commemorate how many subscribers he had. And I was just like, that's a different type of level right there.
That's like eventually, like I'm trying to work towards that. But like, I think that like with everything that's going on with me in my situation, like I think that at the end, like that would be like well deserved because I'm working my ass off to like show everybody who's supporting me like a different side of life. Because like I said, in most of my videos, like people be like, oh, I feel bad for you. I'm like, don't feel bad for me. You know, like I'm living life. I'm happy, you know, and I try to get people to like live your life, you know, like enjoy water. Like now when I drink water, it tastes so different because I look at it a different way. You know what I'm saying? So it's not just like water. It's like this came from like the fountain of Eve or something, or, you know, whatever.
So it's just like grateful for things around you.
Definitely. So I've been trying to eat more fruits and vegetables. You know, everybody know I used to hate those, but
that's weird. I've never felt bad for you.
Yeah.
You know, because like when I got to meet you and the videos I saw, like I was like, why? Yes, things happen in life.
Yeah.
Things like that happen in life. And like you said, nobody would blame you if you're depressed after having 30 tubes and you can't move or whatever. But you just I never took you for a person that would give up.
Yeah.
And that's when I would feel bad for someone. It's like, damn, this guy's just laying there, not doing anything.
Yeah.
But you say you wake up on a Thursday at 7 a.m. and the first thing you do is try to figure out how to do like a vlog or whatnot. And you say, I'm putting in hard work. And yes, it is hard work, but it doesn't feel like work.
That's a saying. When you're doing something you love,
it's
not work.
Yeah, it's not work.
So that's why I was just talking to Maria about that. I'm like, it's become like a passion. I know she gets tired of hearing me talk about myself, but like this is a passion for me. This is what I love to do. And now she's fallen in love with YouTube too, and like learning new things. You know, like I teach her like edit things, and sometimes like her intro. I was helping her with her intro. She like, okay, you know, let me take the seat. Let me take the main seat and try this.
Yeah.
She did her thing on it. Like, and I was watching her do it. And I was like, huh. And it's like, you know, like in movies when people see somebody they training or something and they're like, they see all the potential.
Yeah.
I told her, like, you got, I'll see it in you. Like,
that's the best part. You get to see it from the beginning.
Yeah.
And then you get to see who they are maybe 4 years later, you know?
And that's what I tell her, like, of course we joke around, like, of course, we, like, if things were to take off, we are going to help people, you know, in the best way we can.
Yeah.
But I joke around with her, like, I want a yacht. Just give me a yacht. The first black man in Des Plaines with a yacht, you know. She's like, what are you going to do with a yacht? Go to Prairie Lakes? I'm like, well, yeah, you know. I'll
take it to Chicago.
You know, like, let me get a statue of myself at this point, you know. So I tell, like, it's fun, like, joking around. But a lot of people know that I'm not serious, like, just like she always say, remember to be humble. And I'm like, you know, always, like, sometimes I do get a little mad when I'm live. Sometimes people like say the rudest things to me. Like the worst I've got was, oh, I don't know if I can say that word, or you're black. You're not supposed to be on TikTok. You're supposed to be getting killed by cops. I promise you.
Maria, did they call you the N-word?
Yeah. And Maria saw that and she just blocked them. You know, I'm just like, I don't pay no mind to it. After she blocked them, we went right back to partying, you know. So I'm just like, words don't bother me, you know what I'm saying? Because at the end, I just got cut open in surgery, you know. It don't get no worse than that, you know. So I'm dizzy pretty much 24/7. So nothing really bothers me no more, you know. So
that's crazy. How people could say that's just. I feel like that's just a very unhappy person.
Yeah,
because you know, like being around my friends, we say the most meanest shit to each other, but we know like it's a joke.
Yeah, it's all love.
But I would never go online or to someone unless I was extremely sad about something in my life. And then make them feel the same.
Like, they try, you know, and
that's rough, man.
Like it just like there was a thing where like they was like, don't let Izzy near you. Like, who the hell is Izzy? And they talked about Grey's Anatomy, and there was an episode where she cut, I guess, the guy she was in love with, his Lvad cord.
Oh, shit.
And I watched it, and I'm like,
some fucked up shit.
Yeah. So I made a TikTok about it, and it was like, you know, like, they constantly say, don't let Izzy near you. And then the other day, I just had an appointment yesterday or something like that. I felt like I was in Grey's Anatomy because all the nurses, like, came to me and stopped me and said, let us hear your heart. Let us hear the machine. Because the doctor told them, like, go listen, it sounds like a rock band. So literally, they lined up to hear my machine. And they're like holding me, and they're like, he just want to go home. And I'm like, no, it's okay. You know, I'm used to this, you know.
Yeah, people ask.
Maria's like, no, he's okay. He's fine. He loved the attention. So, you know, so it was all like love and fun, you know. So it's just, like I said, it's still.
Yeah, I think you should just focus on the positive, you know, working with the American Heart Association. Yeah. The guys who come out and duet you with the batteries and the rest.
Yeah, it's and what's crazy, the American Heart Association, they do this ballroom thing where I guess like rich people like buy your story.
Yeah.
And I missed it. It was actually
they buy your story?
I guess. Like I just seen the video and it was like sold. And this guy standing up like sold, like an auction basically.
Whoa.
And like I was like, yo, I would love for somebody to like take time out of the day to try to work with me or sell buy my story, you know. So it's like, you know, they just helping out, but to some people it looked like it's weird, you know, like a bunch of people buying stories, you know, like
strange. I would say,
and
just because I don't get the whole concept of it. Like, do you sit there and then tell them the
to be
story?
honest, I don't even know. Like, I know they wear like suits and ties and bow ties and all.
Are they buying your story to like sell it somewhere?
I don't even
know. You know, like the rights to.
I think they might like pay for your bills or something like that.
Okay.
That's just like off the top of my head, maybe. You know, I don't really know. But
see, that's where the strange comes in.
Yeah.
I get that, like
get out vibes.
Yeah. I think when you're giving someone money, if you give someone money just to give them money, they might take it as like they're like, I don't need your help.
Yeah.
Some people are proud, you know. But if you say, hey, I'm not just giving you money, I want something in return. So both parties feel like they're doing something.
Yeah.
Then it becomes like an exchange where the person's more receptive to the money.
Yeah.
So like they could say like, oh, like I just want to like buy your story. I want to hear your story. And that's awesome. You know, because they're just trying to help. They're not trying to be
exactly. It's just helping. You know, the heart is a big thing, you know. So for somebody to want to help you, you know, or help you with your bills, because the heart is 1.7 million. You know, so
one heart,
1.7 million. Dude, and for me to need two, you know, I ain't got 2 million, 3 million.
You might, man. That TikTok buddy and YouTube buddy can come in. And you gotta hope. I know you say you're like you joke around that you want a yacht.
Yeah.
But I think in life, you're only here once.
Yeah, that's very true.
You know, once that's the thing about life. It's so, once you're dead, it's so definitive. You can't get it back. It's over. It's done.
Yeah.
So when you're alive, you might as well fucking
make something so when you're dead, they remember you.
So you got to say, I want to be the first person in this plane to have a fucking yacht.
Yeah.
You know, you have to say it with conviction and you have to say it with confidence. That's the only way you're going to get there, you know? The guy who says, I sort of want this is never going to get that shit.
It's very true.
So, and come on, look at you. Fucking movie mountains already. Come on.
No, not yet, guys. Not yet. I'm not in no movie yet. You know, if I get a movie part, man. Quick to DC. If y'all want to remake Justice League, y'all know who to holla at for
Cyborg. I thought you were talking to the UFC fighter.
If y'all want to make Justice League again, y'all know who to holla at for Cyborg. You know,
they did have Cyborg, right?
Yeah, I wasn't really.
Yeah, me neither. Yeah. No, I don't like this, dude.
I don't want to like sound like I'm shaming nobody, but you know, I didn't. It wasn't really. Like,
no, Marvel's doing it.
Yeah,
Marvel's. Well, aren't they doing like a small version of the Teen Titans, like a live action one?
To be honest, I don't even know.
Really?
I don't know.
That's what I heard. They're making like a real person one. You know how that's the thing now? Like Mulan and The Lion King and stuff like that.
Yeah, I think that certain things should be left alone.
Or have them cast you.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You know,
if they casted you, you'd be like, dude, I'm down. Let's get this.
Let's fly me out. Let's do it, you know? Whatever, you know? So, like I said, it's a lot that's been going on.
I know, man. What don't you fucking do? You sing, you make vlogs, TikToks, podcasting.
No, I like to tell people.
I get exhausted just thinking about what you do.
I like to tell
you're the one
people.
Without a heart, so you're fucking pushing harder than I am, man.
I like to tell people, like if you want to be many things in life, do it. Like I used to want to be a firefighter. So I had the chance to be like a virtual firefighter for a day. Like a firefighter got on my TikTok, took the time out of his day to record everything in his station in Texas. He sent it to me and, you know, saying my name, shouted me out and showing me
Santa Fe or
San Antonio.
San Antonio. Okay.
Yeah, and show me their district and show me his custom ass acts, what they use for certain things, they break room, where they sleep, certain things like that. You know, and so I was a firefighter for a day. Stripper. Used to want to be a stripper. Okay, people.
Did a stripper hit you up?
No. Just a stripper. You know, when I take off my shirt and let them hear my heart, I just feel like I'm a stripper, you know?
I thought a stripper recorded
No.
Just sent you that. Like, I can't put any of this, dude.
So it's like,
dick everywhere.
You want to make music? You know, you can make music. You don't have to swear in your music. You know, like I tell you don't have to swear in music. You know, like you don't have to rap about robbing people, even if that's like a trend. Be you, you know, like be you. So I'm all into like romance. So I be making romance songs,
R&B songs.
Yeah, so it's like that's.
I was gonna ask. That's why I made a face because I was like, "Do you rap or do you?" Because what I've heard, you do R&B, like Trey Songz over here.
Yeah, it's kind of like some people say a ringer, like a rapper singer.
Oh, like Drake.
Yeah, like you know, but like I said, like I don't really like make rap songs. You know, it's just like feel happy or whatever. You know, like at the end of the day, like I tell people, like. Just you only live once. So many people hit me up and be like, "Oh, I wanted to commit suicide, but you helped me. Seeing you helped me," and I'm like, "That's good." So I'm literally up 3 a.m. talking to these people. You know, like I check messages everywhere: Instagram, Snapchat, TikTok, Facebook, all this stuff. I check.
Dude, I can't even reply to the regular people I talk to now.
So it's like, you know, like I like somebody hit me up yesterday and about their friend having heart failure, and they wanted to know exercises, recipes, stuff like that. So I'm up. You know, remembering, like remembering everything and telling them everything, you know what I'm saying? And just helping out as many people as I could. Like, I'm not a doctor, but I can help people in the other way. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to do it. You know? So it's all been like a humbling thing. I don't see how people like think that they're the shit and not respond to people. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, these people support you. You're nothing without these people. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, I like to thank everybody. Like, you know, I follow people back. Like, if I see you like, a consistent joining my live, or sometimes like, who want to follow back? They say me. Okay, I'm finna follow everybody. You know, so it's like I'm not the person to not respond to nobody or nothing like that. Because like I said, I'm not Robert De Niro or something like that. You know, that's just me. You know what I'm saying?
I don't think Robert De Niro has a fucking phone. He's too old for that. But what was I gonna say? So I was listening to Steve-O. He was talking about how they asked him a question because he does stand up.
Mhm.
So he goes on like a traveling show, and they asked him, "Why do you take a picture with every single person at your show?" Like at the end of the show, he's like, "Hey, I'm gonna take a picture with everyone. If you're down, meet me in the back." And what he said was before he got sober or whatever, it was just a glorified audition to see who he was gonna bang that night, just to see what girls were there. But he also said like he's like, okay, well, I did it when I was sober, when I didn't need to have sex with anyone. I had my
Right.
fiance or whatever. And then he goes, I did it because one, like you said, these people support you. You're nothing without them.
Yeah.
But two, when you interact with someone, they're gonna go home and share that. Or they're already at home like you do
Yeah.
on TikTok, and they're like, oh shit, like Lvad dad like hit me up or he responded to me. So that's promotion that you can't even buy.
Yeah.
That's then their friends hear about you. So then they click on you. They're like, why is he so excited about this person?
Yeah.
Then they go figure out who you are. So I think those people are losing. It's like a lost opportunity. Like
Yeah.
they get complacent at 1 million and they're like, ah, fuck it, I don't have to say shit. They're already here.
Yeah.
When they could make more, interactions and that. So like, and you're just a nice guy.
Yeah.
I feel like you you see he's always smiling. He's always I think it's your personality.
Yeah.
You put yourself in their shoes and you're like, what if I hit somebody up? I would like them to respond.
Yeah.
It's crazy. I bought that Connor book, the John Kavanaugh
Oh
one,
yeah.
because John Kavanaugh messaged me back on Instagram. And I was just like, oh, dude, I
Yeah.
gotta buy your book. Like, I was such a fucking fan.
Like it feels good.
Like, imagine if maybe I would have never bought it if he
Yeah.
never hit me up. And it was just like,
Yeah. Like
yeah.
I've had like people try to do me for paid promotion,
Mhm.
and I've had like, but I've turned things down because I'm not gonna say like the company just for like the sake of confidential stuff,
Yeah.
a company wanted me to promote some workout stuff, like one of those ab things that you supposedly shakes your abs.
Yeah.
And they asked me my budget. I asked them their budget. I'm willing to work with people.
What they want to give you, yeah.
And they was like, we like how many followers you got. We want you to like basically tell your fans that it's free. They just have to pay for shipping. And for what they were going to pay me, it's like I would never tell or send nobody in the wrong direction and tell my supporters like, go buy this. You'll get 6-pack. Whatever. I don't even have a 6-pack. So I told them like, I don't have a 6-pack. So how can I promote a 6-pack? You don't have, and I don't have a 6-pack. I'm fat. Like, come on. I just turned it down. I'm like, I'm not. You're making all this money off my supporters.
Yeah.
And you're telling me to basically like tell them just it's free, just pay for shipping, and you're making all this money off of them, and stuff. I just couldn't take that. Like, these are my supporters. I'm not gonna send them in no wrong direction, So
well, the general rule, I mean, there's people that clearly don't follow this rule. They just kind of want to make the money.
Yeah,
is don't promote anything you don't believe in.
Right.
If you don't drink fucking Pepsi and you drink Coke, don't say Pepsi's the best because Pepsi's giving you the money.
Exactly.
Yeah, you don't, because then people try it, and if it's a shit product,
yeah, they're coming straight.
They're coming to you. They're not coming to them. They're really like, dude, you're the one that said it was good.
Yeah.
It's like my friend saying like, listen to this comedian, he's funny, and I don't laugh for 30 minutes, and I hit him up like,
yo,
can I get my fucking time back? Like,
yeah, like
fucking unhumoristic bitch. Like,
yeah,
they're like, what? They're just like, dude, it's not my fault you don't find them funny. I'm like, yes, it is, because you told me.
You recommended them.
Yeah, you told me to come watch this guy. So it's like, just promote things that you care about.
Exactly. Like for me, like I said, like I was just I didn't want to go viral. I just wanted to bring awareness to my condition. But the fact that I did, I feel like it's like God's plan to like for me to do my job, to bring awareness, get people out of the shell who also got an Lvad. Some people had it. I'm not had mans, but I'm just wearing like special underwear that I put mans in because I get shoulder pain.
Yeah.
But I tell people like, just wear it. But once again, you get like these weird stares, and people think I'm wearing a bomb, like that type of stuff.
It's just ignorance. Ignorance is what makes people scared.
Yeah,
it's the same thing with like social, like the whole racial thing. Like,
yeah,
a white cop shoots a black guy because he's scared of what he thinks the black guy's going to do instead of trying to figure it out. So ignorance can cost you your life, but it also gives people stares, like, really?
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't know, I would not know. You got your Jordans on, you got I like the sweater.
Oh, for sure. It's, like I said, like I'm
all black. You blacked out.
Just a regular. I didn't
just
even
gonna
know.
Sink into the.
Yeah, I didn't even know what are they, and I spent like 2 hours maybe trying to figure out what I'm gonna wear. And it's just sometimes Maria pick out what I wear.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, no, you look better with this. And sometimes I'd be like, no, I don't.
That's
and then
girls.
when I put it on, I'm just like, okay, I see you.
That's girls. So what does Maria think about all this newfound attention?
Like I said, she just like tell me to like just remain humble, and sometimes like she's like my little manager. She's like a manager, and my therapist all in one. So it's like, if I'm mad, she like help me calm down. She show her face on the live. People ask about her, like I said, like they ask about her, they just, where's your wife?
Mm-hmm.
And, it's just, it feels good to see that, what I'm saying? And like we work so hard and, for this kind of stuff because it's something we want to do, like how you do podcasts, you want to do podcasts. Nobody's forcing you, this is something you love to do.
Oh yeah.
So it's kind of like, it just feels good, and like I said, like I used to doubt myself with like 20 followers, like I'm not gonna, but then once I started to see it, like the hard work pay off, and I don't want to just record a simple video and put it out and it's shitty, what does that say about me? Like, I'm not really serious about what I want to do, so she always tell me like, just remember, stay humble. And, like for her, if we see like a big check or anything, she wants like enough. She wants to help the homeless. She want to help immigrants, like lawyers for immigrants, stuff like that. And I'm
that's
like,
nice.
Like that's something that I wouldn't care to help her do that. You know what I'm saying? There's something I know that she really wants to do. You know what I'm saying? We're not worried about like getting us a mansion. Like we talked about that. Like I don't want a mansion. We don't want fancy cars. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, if I have an iPhone 20 that comes out, I don't need the iPhone 20. I can stay with my 11 because as long as they make calls, texts, go on the internet, that's all I need. You know what I'm saying? I don't need to spend $1,200 to prove I got $1,200. You know what I'm saying? I see people like paying $250 on the bus to go pay $250 for some Jordans.
That's ghetto spending. I've talked about that before. It's ghetto spending. You're spending money to pretend like you're rich when you're not.
And that's why I said, like, I don't need to spend $200 to prove I got $1,200. You know what I'm saying? It's just a waste of money. I'd rather it go to something that's somebody else could use, or you know what I'm saying? Like for me, like with certain checks that I had, I was helping out family members, stuff like that, and then it's just like me knowing that I helped. I'd rather not see nobody that I know or care about down, knowing that I got it and not helping. I'm not the type of person like if I got it, we got it. You know what I'm saying? Like if I ask you to come eat and you say you don't got money, you know what I'm saying? I was like, I didn't ask you if you got money. I just said come eat. I got you. Yeah. And there's not a lot of people who do that. Like some people like, oh, do you got your own money? Or, and so like I said, like I try to surround myself with like genuine, nice people. Like Maria, her family, her brothers are like genuinely nice people. You know what I'm saying? Like when I first did the podcast with you, dude, I loved it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I don't like being around people who I get bad vibes from. So that's why you see me like talking to or hanging around the same exact people. Like
I feel like I'm awkward.
No.
Yeah,
I thought I was awkward.
I feel like I'm awkward with everyone, especially like when I first meet you. I'm thinking like I want to make such a good impression. I'm just like, fuck, am I fucking this up?
It's like I said, like I try to surround myself with the same people.
Yeah,
these the same people. Like people who, when I was in the hospital, even family. Like
you can't always rely.
Yeah, and that's why I said like when I was in surgery. When I came, I sleep like 26 hours after surgery.
Yeah.
When I can barely open my eyes, I heard some people who were there, like some friends that I work with. Maria, she was the first person I looked for. The first person. And I heard her voice. I heard her parents' voice.
Yeah.
So, did you stop it?
No.
So like
it said like battery low.
So those people like I told Maria like if I ever get another thing, like I want to get her parents like ranch house that they want. Just like
help people with their dreams.
Like a thank you for letting me stay in your home. You know what I'm saying, and stuff like that. Like when she cook food, like they cook for everybody, you know, they're not stingy with nothing. Yeah, they not selfish, you know, like if I was broke or anything, her brothers would like, without asking what it's for, they're like, okay, here you go. You know what I'm saying? Pay for stuff that if I ain't have money. So, you know, that type of stuff, like I remember like who checked on me, who are genuinely nice.
I saw you post something like that. You said, I see who's supporting me.
And that was like it wasn't to throw shade, but it was like I was just up one night and, you know, just like some issues that were going on like with me that day. And I'm just like, okay, like I see who really is there, right? And people who fake like they're there. Like I still got even family that send me requests that I'm not accepting. You know what I'm saying? Just like you said that you were coming to see me, you know what I'm saying? And you didn't come see me, you know what I'm saying? And you go see anybody else that's in the hospital, you know what I'm saying? So like I said, I know who
wants to
the
be
same
there.
circle, you know, like it's still the same circle to this day, you know what I'm saying? And some people you can't bring with you, you know, when you make it where you want to make it, you know. This is just part of life, but like I said, like I'm still gonna be smiling, rocking out, you know, with the same people who was there, you know what I'm saying? Like I told Maria, she like, what are you and Rudy gonna talk about? And it's just like, I don't know, probably everything. You know, so it's like it just natural conversations. Whereas to other people, if I feel a bad vibe, like you'll see me quiet. You know, if I don't
talk to you.
Yeah, like if I don't, sometimes Maria, like when I first started dating, she'd be like, why are you so quiet? Or her friends would be like, why are you so quiet? But they would be talking about like nursing stuff. Like, nah, I'm not a nurse.
Fuck am I gonna
you know,
say
like
this?
I can't like I don't want to sound stupid, you know, or anything like this. So I just stay quiet, you know, and pat my leg, like just chilling, and you know. So it's the same people that I hang with,
like-minded people.
Yeah,
yeah.
So
I mean, like, there's things we could talk about that, like editing and stuff like that, like YouTube and everything. There's a lot of things that we have in common. You know, I know you did your podcast, and are you still gonna do it, or
you will see me on my fiance's Big Mama podcast. You will see me there. Right now she's just getting used to everything. But you'll definitely see me on that. It was just like,
well, did you like doing it?
Honestly, I like doing like the conversations with people. Like I can't do it by myself. That's why I always want to have somebody. The conversations were dope, you know. But it got to a point like, I was about to do another podcast, and boom, TikTok happened, and I'm like, it's so much going on, I can't keep up.
Yeah.
So I'm like, Maria, like you're the co-host. I trust you. Like take over. You know. She's like, yeah, but I want to change the name. I said, look, it's yours. Take over. You know. I just don't want it to go to waste.
Yeah.
Like at least I see like it's still continuing. You know, even if you make some changes, that's fine with me. Just take over it. You know. So
just keep it going.
Yeah. The podcast, the YouTube, the TikTok. It was so much.
And even though, dude, podcasts alone, like I get home from my actual job.
Yeah.
And then I still like do it for like another 7 hours editing and trying to figure out what looks best. And sometimes you wake up at like, you don't wake up, you're just up till like 4, 5, 6 in the morning.
Yeah.
And like my mom will come in and be like, you're still up? And I'm like, yeah. And she's like, you're not tired? I'm like, no, like I'm actually more awake
when you edit
here than I am at work. Or when I wake up, I'm more awake because I'm over here like excited about the things I'm doing, you know? Like whether it's Photoshop or getting the sound to be just right.
Yeah.
Like you're like, fuck, I did that. Like it wakes you up. So it's like, that's a whole job in itself. And like you said, when you have so much things, you want to give your best to it.
Right.
And if you're doing TikTok and this, something's going to suffer in there.
Yeah.
And you're like, all right, like, great for you. You know, you saw that you were stretching yourself thin and you're like, let me focus on this.
Yeah.
Because this is getting attention. And I want, like you said, to spread your story and help people out. You want to be there 100% for those people commenting and saying stuff like that. So, I mean, I'm sure Maria will carry that baton.
Oh yeah. She's better than I am, honestly. Like her brain works so much better than mine. Like, you know, she just come up with like I said, the boards and, you know, topic boards and stuff like that. And that's me fucking, you know, how can I think of that, you know, but it's like,
that's who she is.
Smart.
Yeah.
Yes. Like she's way smarter than she thinks. And she like to say, you know, so she like to act like she don't know, but she knows. And, you know, so like it suits her better, you know, like she can go see whoever, you know, and do a podcast whenever. Like she's naturally a podcaster. Like her and you. Like I don't watch nobody else but her and you. You know, so it's like because these like I tell her like you guys are natural. Like I could talk with her for hours. It's a whole podcast episode we didn't even record.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I can sit for hours, you know what I'm saying? And just record like 10 podcasts in a day just because, you know, and it's just like that type of stuff. I see that and that's it. That's what makes me want to be around like you, Maria, and stuff like that. Like it's just crazy. Like she got the brain. Like
yeah, like if you've helped me out by coming in, and I always felt like you said like I see the people who are there for me.
Yeah.
And I see the people I ask, like some of the bestest friends I've ever had don't want to come in and talk.
Yeah.
And it's just like, okay, like I'm not going to force you to do anything you don't want to do.
Right.
But I see the people who are messaging me on Sunday morning saying, what time do you want me to be there?
Yeah.
So it's like, I'm grateful for that. And if you ever needed advice or like help or anything, like, I'm just a fucking, I might not reply as fast as people like.
Suck at
dude,
responding.
the worst. I don't reply to my mom sometimes.
Yeah, man, then that's me. As soon as I get a message, I respond 22 seconds later. It's like
which is good. You're not petty. You're not gonna go like fuck him because he didn't message me back. Like the only person I have to message back is my girlfriend.
Yeah, that's
because I'm gonna see like 20 messages if I don't.
If you don't, that's why I did I did a cyber life similar to that. It was a recent one. I was like, I try not to make my fiance mad. And I was joking when I said this. I was like, I try not to make her mad because I like even when I'm right, sometimes I still agree that she's right. Because if she wanted to, when I'm asleep, she could unplug both my batteries and hit the silence alarm. So I wouldn't even know that I'm unplugged, and I could die. So I was joking.
Jesus.
So it's just like all fun. Like, it's just all fun. Like we just literally have like fun times and, just stuff like that.
Dude, speaking of that, me and Jazz watched a documentary on Netflix yesterday where it's called like the murder next door or something like that. It just came out. It's about this guy who killed his wife and 2 kids and put them in an oil tank. And I was like, and if you look at the documentary, like this lady, she would like videotape everything and put it on Facebook. So they had a lot of video of like him playing with his kids. And you never noticed that like this normal, regular looking guy could do that to his fucking family. He did it because he wanted to run away with this chick, like his side chick. I was like, dude, Jasmine was crying, dude. Like she was listening, like watching, and she's like, I started thinking about my kids and like.
Yeah, that's me. I think I'll be the crying type. Maria just be like looking, and then I'm the crying type. Like, why do you have to do that? You know what I'm saying? And stuff like I get so emotional, and then there's her like, stop crying. That's what she said. Like, stop crying. What are you crying for?
Yeah,
it's just like it's a sad moment.
Have you watched Inside Out?
Inside Out, I've heard of it.
It's like a cartoon.
I've heard of it.
So there's this like moment where there's like this pit where all the memories of the little girl go, and then those memories just get erased because they don't matter anymore. And she has this like imaginary friend, and it's like he's helping out the main character get back into her like where they control her brain,
right?
Because the main character gets lost. So I don't know how to explain it, but it's like if people have seen the Inside Out movie, they know exactly what I'm talking about.
I gotta watch
he
it.
Sacrifices himself so she can make it to the top of the mountain, and you just like Jazz looks over, and I'm just bawling my eyes. I was like, "Fuck this!" I'm thinking about my dog. I'm thinking like poor fucking imaginary friend. I think it's like Bogo or Bozo or some shit, but you're just like,
I gotta watch it.
Dude, that's the saddest part.
I haven't really even been watching movies like that, honestly, because like I said, I've just been so busy like
on that
TikTok, YouTube, what So like when I do watch movies, I like with my son and everything, trying to make sure because he's a busybody, like he runs around nonstop, and so it's like watching him.
His boy too, so
yeah. So watching movies is like rare. We gotta wait till he sleep to watch movies or something like that. But,
yeah. But then by that time you're knocking out too.
Yeah, like at that point I'm just like I'm tired, and
dude, that's all I do. That's all I watch movies. When in my free time, I'm watching Harry Potter, stuff like that. Just any movie I can find.
I gotta pick like most of the time I watch the same movies I've seen like 20 times.
Yeah.
You know, if it's nothing else that I want, okay, I'm gonna just watch this. You know, like that's just how I am, and I can sit there and watch it like I never watched it before. You know, and
well, for me, it helps me with the podcast too, because I could give people like movie recommendations and stuff like that. So I'm always looking for brand new shit to watch.
Like either that or YouTube. Like I said, Timothy Delgado, I watch him, like his vlogs, and man,
I thought you could say David Dobrik.
No.
That's like the number one go-to,
like
me vlog guy.
He's all I watch, you know, and it's like it's just something about him that makes me like Timothy Delgado. Delgado. You know, like
that is the most. You would think his name's like Wuhan something, you know, Wuhan Chow or some shit, which is kind of racist because he kind of looks Asian.
Remember, he said it.
Yeah.
They're gonna be outside your house with golf clubs, like Tiger Woods.
Guys, no, they're gonna fucking samurai swords and shit.
It's been a rough, it's been rough, but like I said, like I love like putting out content that I know can help people and people have fun. You know, so people literally be on live with me for 3-4 hours straight. Like I got people all over the world. I got one guy in Puerto Rico who calls me. His name is Jorge, and he calls me. He's like, yeah, like you can come to my beach house in Puerto Rico anytime, and I'm like, yo, like, you know, like we gone, you know, like, and stuff like that. And he's like, my family got a beach house and you can come anytime you want.
You can travel, right? You can travel. Like get on a plane.
It'll be hard. It'll be hard. When I'm on a transplant list, it'll be definitely hard because any point they can call me for a heart transplant, and I only have 4 hours to get to the hospital. So
Jesus,
yeah, it's kind of hard. So
well,
I'm trying.
Are you on the list now officially?
Not
yet.
But I feel like by 2021. I will be like the beginning. I will be on it.
The crazy thing is, you would think they would put you there on day one.
See, so they have stages. There's like stage 4. I'm like stage 4. It's like, you know, I can hold out until I get one. But if you like one of those stages where you in the hospital, the most they told me you wait is like 3 months.
For
the most, yeah. That's the most.
And how do you get the hearts?
To be honest, I think when a person passes away in the hospital and the donor healthy, they have to like there's a special people who come and inspect the heart and all this other stuff, and they transfer it or something, and then, you know, if it matches you, they get you ready or something like that, and boom, you know. So it's just weird for me to like know I have somebody else heart in me, you know. So it's kind of like,
it's weird thinking that, because I'm a organ donor, just because they told me at the thing, like, do you want to be one? And I was like, yeah, I mean, if I pass away, what's the point of letting it go to waste? You know, like if somebody needs it, sure. But I was thinking to myself, like, it's also mine, you know, like it's mine.
Yes.
I've had it my whole life. Like now you're going to have it.
It's just weird.
To me, it's kind of a little jealousy comes into play. Because I'm like, I die, but you get to still, which is a good thing. But as a human, we're like, it's mine. Don't take it away from me. Well, it wouldn't matter because I'm already dead.
Yeah. But I don't know. Like, I feel like when you pass away, like you don't. I don't know. Like,
yeah. Like I was gonna ask you, what do you think happens after you die?
I believe in heaven.
Okay.
I do believe that, like, for you being such a good person or a good spirit or a good heart, that's something like that you should be rewarded. That you're gonna be rewarded. You know, and like. But then same thing with hell. Like if you're a really bad person, you're not gonna get into. I don't think you're gonna get into heaven. Like if you go out and shoot somebody and killing all these people, and I see people be like rest in heaven, and I don't want to sound like an asshole, but I just sometimes be like, I don't think they're going to heaven. You know, and like killing people, that's a sin. Like thou shalt not kill, you know, stuff like that. And so, like I said, but then there's times where like surgery, when you get cut open and stuff, and they like. It was just a blink of an eye for me. Like I didn't even know I was out. You know, I just closed my eyes, woke up, surgery was done.
Yeah.
Same thing when I passed out. Like, you don't like, I don't know. So I do believe in heaven and hell. So I think that like when I pass away, that's gonna be like me going to heaven. And I've had this talk with like Maria's cousins, and I was like,
I was gonna say, like, do people ask you about death just because of the
a lot. And
it's like, a tough question to ask, you know, because like.
I tell people, like, if you want to ask questions, just ask. And like her cousins, one of her cousins, I'd be like, yo, if I pass away, I feel like there's going to be a heaven and buffet, only because I can't eat like heavy sodium food. So when I get to heaven, it's like all you can eat, much sodium as you like. You know, you already passed away, you dead now. You know, you know, just whatever. So he's like, dude, how can there be a heaven and buffet? You know, so I'm like, there got to be, you know, so it got to be like the good things that like
what would be in
you cherish
buffet?
most? Me,
well, yeah.
Tons of Mexican food, fried chicken, Harold's.
You can't have fried chicken. What can you have?
I got like one piece. What?
Okay, no. Well, I want to hear what else would be in your heaven buffet.
Cheeseburgers, all kinds, triple cheeseburgers. Oh. There's gonna be a McDonald's in heaven, right there.
Okay, yeah.
There's gonna be nachos, tacos, like everything that I couldn't eat now.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm having it when I get to heaven. It's like a reward. Like I can't get fat, I can't get full.
Mm-hmm.
I can still taste everything, but not get full. So it's like unlimited, all you can eat. So like that's where I'm going. So I told Maria like I want to find some people, play cards with them, and her cousin was like, so what, you think heaven got everybody's name on the door? So I'm like, yeah. So for example, let's say like a Dantrell Brown, and he's like, do you know how many Dantrell Browns that is that passed away? I'm like, but so what? But there's a list that's probably a list where the one that's related to me or that I know, so it's
yeah.
These are the people that their room number, let's go chill, let's play dominoes.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Yeah, so that's just me personally, definitely the buffet though. Definitely the buffet. Like
I like how you thought about food before you thought about the relatives.
Yeah, it's like I gotta eat first. I just passed away. Like I ain't even have a last minute snack. Like what? So that's what I think about. Like I think it's different for everybody. Like like what do you see your heaven? It's like that's what I think about it. It's different for everybody. Like some people may not see a buffet. So but I see a buffet. So it's like I'm not afraid to die. I'm just afraid to like die and knowing that I didn't do as much as I wanted to. So that's why I just been living life to the fullest. You know what I'm saying?
Man,
so like sometimes Maria get mad at me if I eat a bag of hot Cheetos. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, this could be the last bag of hot Cheetos I can ever have. I want to pass away happy. So but now I've cut down on it. I've been losing weight and
So what do you eat? Like what's your normal day food?
Now I'm just like
how many times a day do you eat?
Twice maybe. Like sometimes I skip breakfast and don't eat lunch and I just eat dinner. It just depends like how the medicine makes me feel. Sometimes I wake up, I just eat breakfast and then I will skip lunch.
Okay.
And then eat dinner. So sometimes it varies. Sometimes I'm not hungry at all.
So what are you eating during those times?
Bacon and eggs. I've been craving eggs a lot. Like that's all I want to eat, eggs.
So I was picturing you like eating lettuce or something.
Now, we tried the whole plant-based thing, or we're trying that, so because
you're not eating meat.
I still eat meat. I've tried the like vegan thing for like a week.
I can't.
I tried a plant-based sausage. Never again. It's just not for me. I tried the plant-based chicken nuggets. Never again. But plant-based, you can also just be like a veggie soup. That type of stuff. So I'm like, okay, I can deal with that.
Tofu?
I ain't eat no tofu. I seen that on like a TV show.
Tofu is the tofu is the worst.
Yeah, I wouldn't try that. So it's like I still eat the chicken. You know what I'm saying? It's just like I'm sad that the chickens get killed, but man, you taste so good. That's the way I think about it. So it's like an alligator would eat me. So why can't I eat an alligator? You know what I'm saying?
I always thought we eat the stupid animals, the ones that don't think. Chickens, like you're not eating a fucking peacock or something, like some exotic stuff.
I've seen like a meme of like it said you can't even trust your own homies, and they had like a roasted chicken, and the other live chickens was eating it, and it's like you can't even trust your own homies.
Cannibalism.
Yeah, so it's like, man, when I thought of it, I'm like, huh. So now I don't feel so bad, because it's like the food chain thing, I guess.
Not that I would ever do this. It's just. You have like these weird thoughts sometimes, but I was wondering like, do humans taste the same as chicken? I would want to talk to somebody who's ate a human. With a cop in the corner.
Yeah, I would say
just ready to shoot Hannibal Lecter here.
I've searched up the dark web one time, and I will never forget what I went into. That was a guy.
Saw people eating.
It's so there's like. Dark web is for everything. You can find anything on the and I've seen like one guy. It's actually a true story. So we was talking about this. Is it murder? Is it not murder? So a guy that was his fantasy. Wanted to get eaten by a cannibal.
Okay.
So he found somebody who was a cannibal and liked that stuff. So he's like, okay, invite me over. I want you to have me for dinner, like willingly. And the guy like cut his penis off. He started cutting all these pieces.
But he's alive? Or he killed him first?
I think he gave him like I forgot. I think he gave him like some type of drug, but he was still awake when it happened, and he just kept going, and he like saved the pieces for months. And I forget how he got caught, but we was discussing like, is it murder? And it's like, at the end of the day, even if you wanted it, you still killed that person. That's murder. And by law, that's murder. You know what I'm saying? You just committed a crime. That's murder. Even if he asks, well, that's like me, like, yeah,
then
you
I
was
got
asking
hungry.
me, what can I eat or can't eat? Yeah.
Yeah, what were you eating in regular?
Like I said, like veggie broth, soup, chicken, like the Mexican food, just just that type of stuff. Like I was still eating regular, but now it's like less portions.
Okay.
And I try not to eat so much salt with anything, so now you use like Mrs. Dash for everything. Or if I just eat a steak, I gotta put Mrs. Dash on it, and it tastes good. It's no different. But
you can eat steak?
Yeah, I can eat steak, but I can't eat like 2 or 3 of them. But I just eat like a steak and call it a day.
Oh, fuck tacos. You want to go get steak? Time to get steak. You like steak?
I love steak.
Let's go get steak.
See,
on me.
You didn't just started something, man.
Like you said, if you invite.
Yeah, I appreciate it. I'm definitely down for steak. I mean,
yeah, we go to Texas Roadhouse. Have you been there?
I just came from Texas the other day. We could go.
Did you go?
We could go.
Oh shit! No, we could go somewhere else. Where do you want to go?
No, we could go because I want to try they fried chicken. We just talked about this. In heaven, why not have it at Texas Roadhouse?
I love Texas Roadhouse.
Yeah, that was our first time going there, actually. And me, Maria.
Did you try the rolls?
Yeah. They went to work on the rolls. By the time the food came, nobody really wanted to eat, so I was like, I'm saving myself for this steak, so.
I love steak, especially there because they let you pick it out. But the first time I tried to pick it out, you don't know that? You didn't know?
I seen it on video. When we went, we didn't pick it out.
Yeah, you can pick it out. I just don't know shit about steak, so I just kind of let them do it.
Yeah.
I tried it the first time. I was like, I don't know if I'm picking the right one. And she looked at me. She's like, this one? I'm like, I don't know. You tell me. And then she's like, well, you're the one that wanted to pick it out. So I was like, all right, fuck this. You can.
I definitely think the country. I definitely got to try the country fried chicken this time.
Let's go.
We was talking about fried chicken. Now you got me wanting fried chicken.
As long as you could have it, all right. I don't want Maria calling me at 3 in the morning going like, you motherfucker.
She was with me at Texas Roadhouse, so she knows. But definitely in heaven, I think that I don't want to, because a lot of people who's like really religious might like find a way to message me and talk shit to me.
Mm-hmm.
But I just feel like, because I wasn't like baptized or anything, but I still believe in God and stuff like that. And, so I think when you in heaven, it's custom to your liking, like the way,
you pictured it.
Yeah. Like the way you picture it.
Your utopia.
Yeah. It's kind of like, you're a warrior, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, like if you killing people and you shooting at people, like you're attempting murder or you're murdering people, you're not going to heaven. That's just, that's just the truth. And I don't want to tell like people there because I do have friends who like do bad things. Or not even friends, but people I grew up with that do bad things.
Yeah.
And I see like some of their friends pass away and they be like rest in heaven. And, I don't want to seem like a dick or one person be like, well, he's not in heaven because he killed somebody, or shot at somebody. But, so I'm not just stating myself and not say nothing. But that's just how I think, like,
Well, see, I got in trouble. So you would say you're religious? Like really religious or just kind of like regular religious?
I don't even, like, I wouldn't say I'm really religious, like crosses everywhere and stuff like that. But I do believe in God. And you would, like, if I would wear a cross, or something to, like, show what I believe in. But that's like with anything. But I'm not like super religious, or I'm not like like all these songs from the Bible. Like when we go to church, Maria took me to church one time or maybe twice, and everybody gets up and sings songs, and I'm just that one person that's standing up just looking around like, how do y'all know these songs? And it's like they study, and
they sing kind of sing the same songs every weekend.
Yeah, I'm still lost. I was looking for Kumbaya. That's the only song I was looking forward to, and they never sing it. So.
No, they don't do the Holy Grace.
Yeah, I thought they was gonna do that, but no.
No,
I know the chorus to that.
Yeah, like, oh, whatever. Yeah. No, they bring out those. I'm pretty sure they do have them. They just bring it out for like Christmas or Easter, some razzle dazzle for the.
Yeah, spice it up a little bit.
Yeah, it's like, all right, we're going to do this one today. Yeah, as a kid, we were made to go, some would say forced to go to church. And it was just, for me, it was a weird experience just because I was a kid who wanted to know everything.
Yeah.
And I remember asking this pastor, I was like, are sins all the same? And he said, yes, a sin's a sin. Like, and I'm like, how many sins are there? He's like, well, depends. But there's like the main ones. Don't kill somebody. Don't cheat on your wife. Don't have sex before marriage. Don't lie. Don't steal. And I was just like, okay, so say my grandma makes bad food and I tell her I like it. That's a lie. He's
Yeah.
like, yeah. And I'm like, well, then say somebody, because I remember as a kid, there was this incident at my sister's school where these guys went to beat up this one guy and they ended up well, I don't know if they accidentally killed him, but he ended up dead. And it was like the big news around town at that point. So I asked him, like, what if somebody kills somebody with a bat? And he's like, I'm like, is that a sin? And he goes, yes, that's a sin. And I was like, so me and the murderer, we're both going to hell? And I got in trouble because he's like, you were trying to trick me into making it seem like it was a really bad thing.
Yeah.
And I was like, no, I was just wondering. And I remember we had to sit down with my mom and he told her what I asked him. And then like I would always ask him questions and he would just say, you're not supposed to question God. I'm like, if you're not supposed to question God, then why did God give me the ability to question him? He's like, stop doing that. I was like, well, that's who I am. That's how God made me. And growing up, I just always thought like, he also told me like, yes, you could commit those sins, but you could also repent for those sins. You could get forgiveness. Like Jesus is always gonna forgive you. That's how much he loves you that he'll forgive you or whatever. So do you think that people can ask for forgiveness right before they die?
I think that anything is possible. I mean, like you were saying, like for me, like the whole not question God thing, I believe that, to an extent, I would say, because like I never questioned, or at first when I had heart failure, I never asked why me. I never asked that.
Mm-hmm.
I just said like God give his toughest battles to his strongest soldiers.
Yeah.
And apparently, this was just one for me, and I never questioned it. It's just like, how am I gonna deal with it? And that's more what I thought about. Like, how am I gonna deal with it? Am I gonna be negative and, like you said, like, why me? Why? Or am I gonna take this and turn to something positive?
I feel like a lot of people would do that.
Yeah,
they would say like, me.
It's
like,
not fair.
Shit.
Why couldn't this person, like a person who does drugs, how come they're healthy and does heavy drugs and got a healthy heart, and then a guy who doesn't do nothing, has heart failure?
Yeah.
But I still just don't question it. I don't know. I just don't. It's not that I think that it's like a sin or something to do that, but it's just like I said, like I try not to think about it that way. Like to me, it's just a battle. Like I said, I got to go through 2 more surgeries.
Okay, so if you guys have ever seen my podcast, you know that the camera overheating or just pausing out of nowhere is kind of a usual thing if we go far like this, and it's a good sign because it means that we had a good conversation and we talked a lot.
Definitely.
So we're gonna have to close it out, but thank you for coming in. Thank you for sharing. I was very like curious about like what has changed because I knew you had this like new following, and I wanted to get you in here and just like ask you how you feel about the whole thing.
Anytime you want me to come, I come through.
Oh, dude,
anytime.
And you shown that, like other people, they it tends to like be like, can you make it this day? Can you make it that day? And for me to ask you a day before, maybe a couple hours, and you were just down, you're like, what time? I take note of that, and I'll definitely bring you back
for sure.
Yeah, I mean, I love having the conversations we have. So
they always get weird somehow. Like the last time we talked about me being a stripper, this time we talked about a plastic dick in my mouth, me passing out.
Yeah,
like, it just always get weird.
Yeah,
it always get weird.
And buffets in heaven.
Yeah,
which
I'm sticking. That's my story. I'm sticking to it.
I'll put some fried chicken on the graphic.
Same.
All right. Well, thank you so much for coming in, man.
Oh, for sure. Thank you for having me.
Yeah. Well, let's go get some food and
definitely fried chicken.
Oh. Well, thank you guys for watching. And as always, if you're on Spotify, remember to go on YouTube. And if you're on YouTube and maybe want to listen to just the audio of this, go on Spotify or anywhere else you can find the podcast. Thank you. And we'll see you in the next one.